Recording is on.
Recording again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll try to not hit that. There's a stop sharing for the recording, and I hit that one. I thought I was stopping sharing what I was sharing, and I was doing the wrong thing. But we'll continue on here. Okay, I want to go to Arbiter. I want to share. Okay. Just going down the list, the rules clinic, rules changes, AR flag signals. What do you do if the ball hits you? The official, blowing your whistle, directions to join online meetings that I always send out to you. The FIFA considerations, condensed and detailed. And I was trying to find you, but as far as I can find from anybody, 2023 is the last time they published those. How to enter your game reports, I'll be taking that one off. You're lucky, you don't have to do it. How to set up an Arbiter Pay account. The only place that we use Arbiter Pay is if you get lucky enough to go to Webster Springs. They pay through Arbiter, and if you don't set up an account, you can't get paid. July 14th, Jitsi online meeting. If you click on that, it will take you to a recording of that meeting. Steve Barrett told me he's already watched through the whole thing. Medical personnel, we've already done that. Some questions about misconduct restarts. It basically depends on whether the coach or the personnel from the bench interfered with play or not. Just coming on the field and not interfering with play, it's going to be an indirect free kick. If they interfere with play, it will be a direct free kick. Some offside YouTube videos, overview of soccer substitutions. We talked about that in our very first meeting. A ref booking that fits in your wallet, rules versus the laws. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And soccer foldable score sheets. If you print this out, and I'm going to try to load this one, we'll see if it works or not. Let's see, that would have come in, okay, that would have come in as a Word document, but I don't see it, so it must not have worked. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing there and come back so I can. But the rule sheet is a score sheet is just a little thing that I designed on a spreadsheet that you can fold 3 times and you got 4 score sheets. Well, there's our national referee. Yeah, you're muted.
I'm not a national referee. I'm just refereeing at nationals. That's very different.
Well, and to me, you're a national referee. You're refereeing the nationals. So I guess you're in Florida right now.
I am in Florida right now. I'm just jumping in for a brief bit before I got to do something else.
Okay, no problem. We totally understand. Make us proud.
Okay. Working on it.
Okay, sir. So the next thing we were going to look at was the differences in rules versus laws. And I'm going to try to get to the site I need to be at before we go back. And I start sharing it. Hopefully everything will work. Okay, so we'll start sharing. And this time I'm going to share the NFHS, where this information is. It's also in the forms. You can click on it there and get to the same place. Okay. NFHS. And if you go to sports, what we're interested in is soccer. And you're welcome to come in here and browse at any time. I'm going to take you right to it. We're going to click on Rules. And down here where it says Comparative Study of the Rules of Laws. So basically, they're going to talk between the rules and the laws and the rules for college as well. So if you click on that, can you see a comparative study of rules and laws? This little pamphlet, brochure, however you want to call it, it goes the differences between NCAA, NFHS, and IFAB, FIFA. And there's not a lot of differences. They're usually minor. Timing is probably one of the biggest ones. You never stop your clock in a FIFA game or a US soccer game, but in a high school game, you do stop the clock. Substitutions can be a little bit different in giving certain cards, and there's just things that are different. But especially if you referee rec league, USS soccer, you need to go over this because you need to know that there's differences. Most of the people that have refed probably played the game as well, and you probably are used to the differences. Upcoming scrimmages and training opportunities. And for some reason, it's not there. I don't know what happened to it. Jim, while I'm here, I'm just going to show you. You probably, well, no, I'm not going to show you that either. The form that Rex had emailed me, and I did forward it to you. We can talk about
Yes,
that.
I've got it.
Okay, we can talk about that later. So I'm just going to bring up the soccer scrimmages that I have, and I don't know why it's not letting me share it, but it's not. On the 9th, there's a gridarama, kickarama at Oak Hill High School. It's going from 8 a.m. until 6:30, I believe. I've got officials pretty much assigned for that. If anybody would like to come and work it as well, we can probably find a spot for you. On the 12th, there's a scrimmage at Oak Hill, boys scrimmage at 6 o'clock. On the 13th, that's a Wednesday, that scrimmage got canceled. It was at Braxton County. There's no longer a scrimmage at Braxton County on Wednesday. On the 14th, that's a Thursday, Woodrow and Shady are scrimmaging. I have not gotten the time yet for that one. That will be, I'm sure, on field 7 at the complex. On the 15th is a Friday. Oak Hill is scrimmage in Parkersburg, girls scrimmage. starting at 6. We'll probably go to about 10. I'm sure they're going to do 4 varsity and 4 JV. On the 16th, a Saturday, there's a scrimmage at Shady, Greenbrier East. Boys high school scrimmage from 2 to about 6. Also on Saturday, Jim, have you found out Princeton, is that when they're hosting their Soccer-rama?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so 16th, and it'll be mostly all day,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, did you find out if Pikeview or anybody else is having a standalone scrimmage?
They haven't said anything yet.
Okay, we still got time. We're talking three weeks. And then on the 18th, the last scrimmage I have, Woodrow is scrimmaging Point Pleasant at 6 o'clock. Woodrow and Shady Girls are supposed to have a scrimmage, but they haven't determined the date on it yet. So it'll be somewhere between the 9th and probably the 18th. They could scrimmage on the 19th. Regular season starts on the 20th. So they could schedule up to the 19th. But these are the scrimmages that's available. I'm going to try to be training several new referees at most of these scrimmages. I will be at most of them, except on the 15th and 16th, I am going to be in Pennsylvania. So the one at Oak Hill on the 15th, and the one at Shady on the 16th, and the Kickarama down at Princeton on the 16th, I will not be around on any of those days. But we have some good officials be taking care of things there. And if you hear of any other scrimmages that I haven't heard of and they want us to provide referees, please let me know, and I'll add them to the list. So that brings us to miscellaneous. Jim, we'll let you start out with anything you want to talk about, and we'll open the floor to anyone else.
I don't have anything right now except I'll collect your dues at the night of the clinic in Beckley.
Okay.
Be on August the 4th, I think.
It is on August the 4th, yes, sir.
And you are required to be there.
Okay. You have
That's that's a mandatory meeting.
Yeah, you have to be at a meeting, and the clinic is definitely mandatory for everybody. The younger ones that are in high school still, you shouldn't have a practice that night because the coaches have to be there. So they can't get out of it either unless they go somewhere on a different night, but I don't think any of them are doing that. So, yeah.
If you don't go to Woodrow, the Charleston or Huntington's the closest place for you to go.
Yeah. So, Jim, are you and Randy, or are you going to the interpreter's clinic? I know I'm going.
Yeah, Randy's going.
Okay. You and Randy are going?
Yes.
Okay. And the interpreter's clinic is this Sunday. So hopefully we will have rule books and everything to bring back and give out on the 4th. So you should get your rule book a week before your test starts, which is kind of...
Hopefully everybody's got the rule book downloaded.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Some people like the old-fashioned way.
Scott?
Yeah.
Can I go to the rules clinic instead of the interpreter's clinic instead of the other one?
Yes.
Since Harrisburg and closer.
Yes.
Yeah, like you did last year. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. What's the due?
9 o'clock.
No. I mean, what's the fee or for the association? How much is it?
$45.
Okay, thank you.
Now, Tristan, what's your status? Are you just going to school? Are you playing soccer? Are you a graduate assistant, or what are you doing this semester?
No, I'm playing soccer.
Okay.
That's why I've been kind of hesitant to accept games because I don't know what my schedule is going to be until I get there.
Yeah, I was thinking you had graduated last year, so I didn't think you were playing this year. But glad you are and glad you're back, and we will definitely work with you. So if you've taken something, you find out you got practice or a game, just let me know. I'll replace you.
Okay.
It won't be a
Thank you.
problem at all. Tim Eller, are you on here?
He was.
Scroll down through here and see if I see him. Yeah.
Looks like he's flat on the back looking up at the ceiling.
Okay. Hey, Tim Eller, can you hear us?
Well, he got his knees worked on today.
Yeah, that's true. But we can say that for another time. What I was wanting him to do, if somebody else feels comfortable in doing it, was kind of talk about the kind of commands that we use when we communicate on the headset. I know you're not supposed to say on. You're supposed to say good. And there's reasons.
We'll let him do that on Monday the 4th.
Okay.
Just for the record, the Tim that's showing the deck is Tim Moses.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
So Jim, have you marked everybody on here that you've seen?
Yes.
So I don't need to go through and do that. You got it. Okay. Well, unless somebody has
Well,
something else.
I see Jay there now. I hadn't seen him before.
Did you get me?
Who's me?
Yes.
Michelle?
No, thank you.
Kathy.
Thank
Kathy,
you.
yeah.
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, I've got you too.
Josh Stover's on there.
There's Lily, and I hadn't seen her before too.
Some of them had to work and were getting off work at about 8. Brenna Powell, I don't see her.
You got me, right? I
Yes.
showed up a little late. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I don't think we got everybody. Okay, well, I'd say we can go ahead and. Oh, there is one other thing I did want to talk about is our field session we're planning on having. And the last we talked about is going to be one in Beckley, one in the Princeton area, and one in the Pico-Summersville area. And that is going to be on July 28th. That's a Monday. And so if you want to attend one of those, send me your name, where you want to attend, and what would be a good time. I'm thinking 7 o'clock, just do it from like 7 to 8. But, if Bluefield or Princeton area would prefer to do it at a different time, then feel free to do that. But again, anyone that's new, if you've been refereeing 3 or 4 years, it'd probably be really good for you. Because I know Tim will do a really good job in Beckley. I'm going to do my very best in Pico or Summersville, wherever we decide to have it. Depends on which people are coming. If a lot's coming from Oak Hill, we'll probably have it at Pico. But if more are coming from up Summersville, Braxton, Webster, we'll probably have it at Summersville. So we will decide that. But that is on July 28th. August the 4th, we are going to have a meeting afterwards. Jim, we probably need to, I don't know if demand's the correct word, but strongly suggest that they put us back in the cafeteria and don't put us in the gym.
Where's Darlene at?
Well, Darlene is not at Woodrow anymore.
I know, but she can still voice our opinion.
Well, and she
I
said,
definitely agree with Scott.
yeah, she said that came from Parkersburg. That wasn't a Woodrow decision. Somebody from Parkersburg.
Am I on speaker? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was David Price's request last year. But I'll talk to Andrew. We've got a meeting in the next week or so about basketball schedules. I'll put a bug in his ear and make sure he puts us back in the cafeteria.
Yeah, because we want to have
Thank
our
you.
meeting afterwards, and we just couldn't do it in the gym. We were going to have a meeting after last year. We didn't have a meeting. I think we gave everybody credit for being there, but it just kind of messed.
I'll talk to Andrew and see if I can make sure that, because he makes sure baseball's in the auditorium for me, so maybe I can help us get soccer back in the cafeteria.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need
All
to be there. And if it was David,
I'll let you know if I have any issues.
okay, if it was David Price's issue, he's not there anymore, so hopefully,
He's retired, so maybe we get back to our normal spot.
yeah, I'm hoping so. Jay, help us out, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'll let you know if I have a problem.
Okay.
All right.
And let's see anything else that the next Zoom meeting or Jitsi meeting will be on August the 11th at 7:30, and that's the day the test will open up. And it's always a good idea to do one question first thing that day if you can. If you're working and you can't do it until you get off work, do it then. But sometimes they randomize the question order. And if you take it at a certain time early the first day, they're usually always in the same order. And that just helps if you have to ask questions. Okay, does anybody have anything else pressing we need to talk about? If you have questions for me or Jim, we can stay on a little bit after most of you leave. If somebody has an individual question, feel free to stay around and have it. But otherwise, feel free to go about your business, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, Jim, I came on a
Thank
little bit
you.
late. Did you get me on there okay?
Thanks, Scott.
Yes,
You're
I
welcome.
got you.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome.
So let me get with her.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome, Steve.
Stay sure she knows where to get to.
Lily Davis, before you leave, if you can talk, I need to talk to you a minute.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, have you found out any more about your school schedule?
No, not right off. I'm going in for a meeting with the guidance counselor sometime next week, I think.
Okay, well, just try to keep me aware. And I did put you on the scrimmage at Oak Hill early in the morning, like you requested. But there's a couple other scrimmages I can put you on if you want to work them. So look over. I will send an email out with a list of all the scrimmages. If you see anything else you want to get on, because all these do pay. The regular scrimmages pay just like a regular game. The scrimmages at Oak Hill are going to be a little bit less, but you wouldn't hardly know the difference. They're working 25-minute games. So
Well, that sounds good. Thank you very much.
you're very welcome. And Lily, you will be able to go to the clinic on the 4th, correct?
Yes, I plan to be there.
Okay. Now that, like I say, that have to be. So if something happens, let me know.
Okay.
Boyd, I didn't hear anything from you tonight, except when you first come on. He's trying to figure out how to unmute himself. I don't know if I can do it or not. I might be able to.
What about that?
Yeah, you got it. I'm proud of you, buddy. You're getting better at this.
Well, I'm just hitting keys there, hitting buttons.
I hear you. Appalachian Bible's going to have their high school tournament in, I think it's the first Thursday, Friday of Saturday of September. you interested in working any of those day games? They would be either in the morning or early afternoon.
I was to see. I think you got me to get down for Thursday there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Thursday I've got you a regular season game. I do
Oh,
have you
okay. I
there.
didn't know
Now,
that.
I'm talking about during the daytimes. So you might do a game at 10 o'clock, but with your legs and stuff, you might not want to do that. You might say, no, just leave me on the high school games in the evening.
I'd be willing to do try 2 games on a Friday morning.
Okay, I will keep you in mind there because I need to
Okay.
have people and have somebody on standby. Seems like every year something happens to somebody, either
Yeah.
car wreck on the way there or forget they're supposed to be there. Something.
Okay. Is Jim still awake?
Oh yeah, he's there.
No,
He keeps his
no.
camera where you can't hardly see his eyes. He fussed at you if you was wearing sunglasses. He couldn't see yours.
You got sunglasses on, boys.
Does it look like it?
Yeah, he's
I
glasses
can't
free.
tell.
He's glasses
Huh?
free.
I can't tell.
What about now?
I got my eyes closed.
Well, okay, sleepy Jim.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Donald now.
Just Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Or pedophile Don.
Oh, don't bring that stuff into anything. My gosh.
So they're not going to have the Grid-A-Rama on Friday then, right?
At Princeton,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be on Saturday, but I'll make sure of that.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to put you there.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Yes.
Keep you there all day.
Not quite. I don't know if I can hold up that long.
Yeah, you can. You're upright.
he'll feed you.
Yeah, I'll go down to concession stand, get you something to eat.
Okay.
Or send somebody to Arby's to get you something to eat. Okay, I'll get somebody to go to Taco Bell.
What about Bojangles?
That's too far away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can stop there on your way and bring me something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, is the Walmart, is that the second stoplight over on the Virginia side?
Well, as soon as
First
you come into Virginia, there's a traffic light.
Okay, that's where the Sam's is at.
No.
The first one.
No, the first one will be there where Food City's at.
Okay.
The second one is where Sam's is at.
Okay.
Okay, to go to Walmart, you get off at the next exit.
So it'll be the third exit.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's not a traffic light there.
Okay, that's where the Walmart's at.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can get there. You can get off at the Sam's exit and turn left and go down that way. Why, you need to go to Walmart?
No, I have a doctor's appointment there in 2 weeks down at Whitfield's office in Bluefield, Virginia. It's there. Something about you go down where the Burger King's at and you turn left.